Hello everybody, Chris Wood here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody that might. I was up to the hospital today. I had to get rushed up to the hospital. I had to get rushed up to the hospital today by ambulance, and the ambulance driver was seriously fucking ignorant. Before he left, I made a mistake and thought that he had grabbed my o.p.p and took it with him. I told the triage nurse when I was in there, who was treating me like a piece of shit, who then was telling me to shut up, to sit down, to basically pay attention to her or get out of the hospital. They are still going on fucking o.p.p bullshit lies against me. They are still going on lies about fucking other bullshit against me, to refuse me treatment, to treat me like a piece of shit, and then when I react, that's when they kick me out, and that's when they're gonna try to have me fucking charged again for trying to cause trouble, for wanting me to save my life. This is their way to fucking get out of it. You really totally fucked me, Spencer Mills. You really totally fucked me, o.p.p. You really totally fucked a lot of people. And you are going to answer for this, and so are the doctors. And I'm gonna put in complaints about these bastards, because I'm not gonna be having EMS drivers treat me like a piece of shit, accuse me of things that are not true, and then try to steal from me, reach his hand in my fucking pocket, grab a hold of me, try to assault me, and grab shit out of my pocket before he left. This is the kind of things that are going on. I've been going through identity theft. I've been going through medical blacklisting, injuring, torturing, deforming, and proving every bit of it for 3.5 years. Crimes on me from the police. And I have not been able to do anything about it. And now going up to the hospital today and being kicked out for wanting help. They are still going on lies against me from the police that need to be proven. I am a 3.5 year revenge, retaliation, identity theft, injured, torture. My skull's been split. My brain's been seriously injured. I have lung and kidney damage done to me. And I go through deforming on a daily basis, and I show it and prove it. And I have not been able to do a thing about what is happening to me. This is how the police here are trafficking. This is how they're framing their victims, and this is how they're murdering their victims. They are using wanted harbored sex offenders that they will not arrest, child sex slavery trafficking, stalking. o.p.p. Spencer Mills had my mother murdered, stalked, and murdered back in 2020 for revenge from one Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy, who happens to be Ontario Provincial Police boyfriend and Bandito boss and Hells Angels boss to these cops. Spencer Mills is a human trafficker, the ex o.p.p chief. He shot me back in 2019. He is guilty of attempted murder before he left. Shannon Cork, Staff Sergeant, years 2019. He sodomized me and one kidnapped me with Shannon Cork. Or with Shelley Hafner, I mean. There's Shannon Cork, who laughed in my face when I told her to arrest Billy Wooldridge, her boss, and she told me to file a report, as he went on to stalk and murder my mother. And the reason he did it was because he was told that he and I were switched at birth. I am 50 years old. The guy is in his 70s, and he believes it. They're drug traffickers, they're drug addicts, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, and using the hospital to keep me from help. Dr. Tatiana V is a medical file falsifier. She's guilty of having me medically blacklisted to prevent me from getting help and being taken serious about what is happening to me. No matter how much I can prove and have been proven everything that has been taking place with me, it's not been any good. These doctors here are guilty of serious medical criminal negligence with intent to commit in the first degree and co-committing and covering crimes with and for o.p.p. They even had me falsely charged to deflect crimes. I've been trying to get doctors at Lennox and Anderson County General Hospital charged, arrested, and charged for crimes that they are negligently co-committing in for 3 years. And I've been even surrounded with hands-on guns by o.p.p. to prevent it, and I have video to show it. This is the kind of police that are here, and the kind of doctors that work with them and for them covering their crimes. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, Wayne Cubby Duck, the administration, he had me kicked out, causing me serious lung and kidney damage. Everything that's been happening to me, I have not been able to get medical help. I have to put up with what is happening to me in serious pain and deforming every single day. Not only am I going through this, but my dog has cancer now too. My dog is being killed as well. I'm a revenge retaliation victim from Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police for speaking of their crimes, the human homeless trafficking and homeless exploitation for monetary gains out of the Morning Star mission here in Napanee. And as a result, I became a victim. Like I said, I was shot, injured, tortured, stalked, medically blacklisted, medical discriminations, and treatment refusals because of lies against me, stating that I have a long criminal record and history, and that is not true in any way, shape, or form. And even if I did, that is still medical negligence, refusing to treat me. Dr. Barton telling me after he laughed in my face when I was sodomized by o.p.p. Staff Sergeant, him laughing in my face, then turning around and telling me he would never help me unless I seen a psychiatrist first. And I'd like to know what that is based on because I had not been to a hospital or a doctor anywhere in approximately 10 years. And then after I was shot by ex-OPP chief or commander, then the lies, the cover-ups, and everything else started against me. I go into the hospital today, and the triage working was a blonde-haired woman, and she automatically started treating me like a piece of shit, hoping that I would react, telling me to sit down, telling me to shut up, telling me that if I shouldn't even be there because they have paperwork on me stating that I'm only allowed there for medical emergencies, which today was a medical emergency. I would not have fucking went to the hospital if it wasn't, because knowing that they would not do anything. So my skull, my face, I've lost probably 3 inches off of my head over the last 3 years. My skull goes flat, it goes round, it's been widened, it's been shortened, it's been elongated, it's been seriously deformed, and I have shown it, and nothing I can do about it. So I have to put up with what has taken place with me because I cannot get medical help because of lies against me from the fucking police who do not have to prove anything in Napanee. They even have a justice of the peace stating that I was high on marijuana and hallucinating, being ripped open, being sodomized. So, and they have the doctors covering their crimes for them, and the doctors here cover the o.p.p. crimes. And I've been proving this for the last 3 years. This is how they're working. This is how they're getting out of lawsuits. My legal rights, my medical rights, my human rights have been taken away from me, and I've not been able to do anything. I was even falsely charged, and I wasn't even allowed to see for what. I was not allowed to see any paperwork or nothing. I had to go 10.5 months through kangaroo court, not knowing anything, not being able to get lawyers, not being able to get legal help in any way, shape, or form while going through this, and being kept from medical help for 10 months. I even had papers stating that if I tried to get medical help, I had to ask the o.p.p. first if it was okay, and then they had to approve it. So They also have two cops here with the name Jones, same badge number, but two different people. One has black hair, one has red hair. So they're using fucking fake cops as well. They're false arresting their victims to deflect their crimes, to justify them, using their badges, positions. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled are the ones that they're human trafficking and the ones that they are murdering because they know once they cast their damn lies against their victims, there's no chance of help for them. And one way or another, these cops and doctors will pay. I'll be right back. The triage nurse that was working today, she was a blonde haired woman, and David was working, triage nurse was working, the one that's also involved because there's administration, Wayne Cubbyduck, Sarah Fiddler. No. Sorry about that, people. My door. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off here one way or another. Spencer Mills, 14716, ex-chief, staff sergeants, Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, you are going to pay for your crimes. Stacy and Shelley Huffner, you're gonna pay for what you've done to me. Doctor or administration, Wayne Cubbyduck, Sarah Fiddler from Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, name and file falsifier, medical blacklister, and girlfriend to Stacy, the one that blacklists for her victims. There's Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Pritchard. Triage nurses Terry, Tanya, and David. They are all very seriously dangerous people, and they are all guilty of aiding and co-committing and covering up these crimes on me. Hello, how are you? Maple Leaf, good name. I am also the victim of identity theft too, and this is done to me through o.p.p, through the police, and through a harbored sex offender inmate that actually travels from Napanee to Toronto. No, not really. I am in serious, serious pain right now. I'm not able to go to a hospital, and as I'm doing this, the back of my head is actually starting to swell out, and I'm getting air being pumped through my head. Back in 2019, I was actually shot with something by the ex-o.p.p chief here, or commander. I was at my previous address, and he went by and waved at me, and when he waved at me, him and somebody in a black truck pulled up beside him, and they shot me, and it wasn't with a bullet, but it went into my right ear. And that was after me speaking of police crimes that were happening here, the human homeless trafficking that they're involved in, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain. They're also involved with uh, child stalking and sex slavery. The Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police and o.p.p are involved with sex slavery, children to pedophiles, and adults to sex offenders. They're using Clearview AI, which is illegal tech. It's for facial recognition tech. They're using it criminally and legally. Illegally, they are using what is called remote neuromonitoring. It is a nano microchip implant that is designed for the central nervous system. I've shown it and proven its existence. It's been in use since the 60s. And what it does, it's a nano microchip implant for the central nervous system. It enables for others to basically broadcast through a person to see what they see for invasive surveillance on a person. And I have it being used on me. I realize that might sound crazy. I 100% realize that for people who might not be aware of what this is, but it's 100% true and provable. And I have it being used on me by a bunch of o.p.p police co-offenders here who are drug addicts, who are guilty of other murders that I know about, and I can 100% prove against these people who are working with and for o.p.p and doing this identity theft to me. And that's how I'm going through this, is from the remote neuromonitoring. I'm having it being used on me by probably sometimes 30, 40 different people. And what it is doing, it is severely screwing my brain. It's seriously injuring my brain and my body. My lungs have been screwed. My kidneys have been screwed from it. I might not look it, but this right here is not my true identity. So, and you look on my, you check out my other videos, even my introductory channel, and you'll see the deforming and everything that's happened to me. I have a tattoo on my hand, and that's why I show it, because of me going through the different deformings and everything that has been taking place with me, to prove that this has really been happening. So I have more than enough proof to prove that this has been taking place with me. As much as everything might look fine now, it's not. And it's 100% provable. I have more than enough videos on my channel to prove what I am saying. 100%. Even right down to me being surrounded with by hands-on guns by the police to prevent arrest on them or anybody else, as a matter of fact. And a lot of other evidence that I have on my channel as well, proving my words. But how are you doing anyway today, Maple Leaf? By the way, thank you for tuning in and watching. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all my viewers. Actually, I was going to do that. I'm gonna be doing other stuff on other interests as well. I want to get some better, obviously, recording equipment because right now I'm just doing this on my laptop. So, but I want to get better recording equipment and I want to start making other videos, yes, as well. I want to start doing possibly stuff that has with food, stuff that has to do with camping and outdoor stuff, possibly fishing. So not just about this. A lot of it has been for the course of the little while, but as soon as I get some better recording equipment, that I want to start doing other things as well. I want things to be entertaining for my viewers as well. So I have a few ideas that I've been kicking around to come up with different stuff for my channel to hopefully entertain everybody. Kind of hard to not worry. I appreciate your words, but it's kind of hard to not worry about it when I'm going through identity theft and changes and being injured on a daily basis. It's my insides have been screwed so much. I even have piss, urine coming up in my face, through my mouth, and through my head, and other stuff that's going on with me. I know it's not, and I appreciate your words. Trust me, I do. I appreciate it 100%, and you're looking out for me. I appreciate that. And I do realize, I know that it does cause me a lot of unnecessary and undue stress, but at the same time, I'm the end of my bloodline. My mother was murdered, and I cannot get even any justice for having my mother murdered. I am a revenge retaliation victim and I go through injuring and torturing on a daily basis. My dog has now has cancer, so I don't have time to relax as much as I would like to. There is too much going on and people need to actually answer for it and pay. I start relaxing. I start forgetting about what has taken place with me and everybody gets away with what's been happening. I've been trying to get charges laid on cops and doctors and others for crimes on me for the past 3 years, and yes, it has caused me a lot of stress. Okay. But also check out my introductory channel too and a couple other videos. But thank you. I appreciate you, Maple Leaf. I want you to know that. And by the way, if you actually have any ideas too of what you would like to see, I would like to hear some stuff from my viewers on what you like as well. Because yes, this is my channel, but I want it to be entertaining for you. Okay. It sounds like a good idea. And actually, right now there is not I would like to, I do have a person that I do talk to, yes. So I do have a worker that I see that I talk to help with what is going on with me, yes. But in the meantime, there's cops that need to pay for their actions against me. There's doctors that need to pay for their actions. They're using their badges, their positions, their lies, their false guise of law to get away with their crimes. And then when you try to get arresting and charging of police and everybody else involved, they conveniently transfer to avoid arresting, to avoid lawsuits on them and o.p.p themselves for the crimes that their cops are committing. Kidnapped 24 hours after asking for help, May 27th, 2021, to have my blood and my piss stolen from me. And then when Shelley Hafner found out what she did 24 hours afterwards, she took off and left me in a different city. And that was under incompetency bullshit about me not eating. I eat just fine. I had no association with this person in any way, shape, or form. She was just trying to insinuate herself into my life. Uh, and then May 27th, 2021, she had me kidnapped under false pretenses, and that was because of me talking about what I've been talking about and showing what I'm showing and proving what I've been proving, and also to shut me up. That's when they forcefully took my blood and piss, and then they had me falsely charged to deflect the crimes that they are guilty of. I've been trying to go elsewhere and get help, and I know not all doctors are bad. And not all police officers are bad. I'm aware of that, and this has nothing to do with hate or anything else against the cops. Has nothing to do with that. It's not a vendetta. It's not. I have no criminal record, and I had no association with any of these people prior to this happening to me. So it's not about hate. And yes, there is some good cops. I 100% agree. And there is good doctors. There's just none around here. I've been to other hospitals in Kingston, and they conveniently got a phone call stating that I was suicidal, and that's not true in any way, shape, or form. I've never been. I love my life. I am about life, and I sure the hell am not suicidal in any way, shape, or form. So that was bullshit lie against me, and it was believed because I had long hair and I have my tattoos, and whoever that call came from, I still don't know to this day, but it was believed, and because of it, I was not taken serious about what is happening to me. Nope, I don't, and that would be none of your business. So, to even assume such a thing, how fucking dare you, bud? You think because somebody is reporting and talking about crimes that are taking place and proving shit that there's automatically fucking medication and it's automatically a mental disorder? Are you a psychiatrist? Are you a professional? Okay, I'm gonna sign off here. One way or another, o.p.p. Spencer Mills 14716, Staff Sergeants, ex-Chief Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Stacy, and Shelley Hafner. You're going to answer for your crimes against me, along with the doctors Tatiana V, Margie V, Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton Pritchard, Waldron McGregor. You're all going to pay for the crimes that you've been co-committing and covering up on me and refusing me fucking treatment, taking my legal rights, my human rights, and my medical rights from me to cover up crimes for yourselves and for cops. Billy Waldridge Blair Hardy, who is an inmate harbored sex offender who o.p.p will not arrest under no circumstances. They work for him. Blair Hardy is a boyfriend to Spencer Mills. He is a rape hound. He rapes women. He's a drug trafficker. They lace drugs to commit homicides to make it look like junkies were just buying bad drugs and dying from them, and it's done on purpose. So They're also guilty of another homicide around here, and then they put it on Facebook where the guy was covered in fucking maggots. They showed his dead body covered in maggots after they killed him. I apologize. I for that Maple Leaf. I know. You don't have to look up no numbers. I am going to actually sign off of here, and I am going to get myself some food. I'm gonna try to take care of my dog who is very sick. He has to go in tomorrow and have some stuff done to him because, like I said, my dog now has cancer, and it was given to him through the remote neural monitoring, what I've been talking about, because it gives off EMFs and radiation in a person, and that causes cancer. And that's exactly how my mother was killed as well, from these bastards. And I have all 100% proof, but the thing is I can't do nothing about it. Everybody have a good night. I do have OIPRD, and I do have it filled out, and I am going to file it to have arresting and charging done on Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, or on o.p.p. in general. All I have to do is take it to o.p.p. and get it signed off, which I know that they won't. So, but one way or another, I am going to file it, and I am going to start to have cops charged for the crimes that they're guilty of. Enough is enough of this. I am not a fucking puppet or a play toy for criminal, corrupt cops. You've killed too many. You've injured too many. You've gotten away with too fucking much for too long, along with the doctors here, and it's not going to go on. I'm going to have you charged one way or another. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. I got to go have some food.